Hi, welcome to the Morning Moments. My name is Chap, and this last week has, as you know, been upsetting is not a word that actually even comes close to describing the feelings that I and everybody else I've talked to has had. And we don't seem to be quite out of the woods with where this all goes and where we are, not only as a nation, but as a community, as a church, as neighbors, even as family members. But last week we had an emergency session meeting to talk about how COVID is kind of going after Orange County at this point. And out of abundance of caution, we shut down for at least 2 weeks our live services, as you know, maybe. And one of our session members in that meeting read from one of the Psalms. This guy said he goes through the Psalms regularly as part of his devotional exercises and practices, and he read a psalm all the way through. And I remember a couple of things. One is I felt kind of stark that, wow, those are some phrases and words that I typically try to avoid to not cause us to be tripped up in the midst of a worship service or any teaching. And yet it's in the scriptures. It was a beautiful reminder. I was an interim several years ago at another church, and so we set up this deal where every week we would go through a psalm, and we'd have a young person and an older person read the psalm together, and we never edited the psalm. And it actually caused a lot of people kind of be upset at first, and some never got quite comfortable with it because some of the language, really, we got to walk through and work through. It's so easy to read in the scriptures what it is we want from the scriptures from the day. So therefore this morning, in the midst of a world that is still completely thrown upside down, to read to you this psalm that was read, Psalm 5. And I ask the Lord that God would meet each one of us wherever we are right now as we're drawn to trust and follow him. Psalm 5. Listen to my words, Lord. Consider my lament. Hear my cry for help, my King and my God. For to you I pray. In the morning, Lord, you hear my voice. In the morning I lay my request before you and wait expectantly. For you are not a God who's pleased with wickedness. With you, evil people are not welcome. The arrogant cannot stand in your presence. You hate all who do wrong. You destroy those who tell lies. The bloodthirsty and deceitful, Lord, you detest. But I, by your great love, can come into your house. In reverence, I bow down toward your holy temple. Lead me, Lord, in your righteousness because of my enemies. Make your way straight before me. Not a word from their mouth can be trusted. Their heart is filled with malice. Their throat is an open grave, and with their tongues they tell lies. Declare them guilty, O God. Let their intrigues be their downfall. Banish them for their many sins, for they have rebelled against you. But let all who take refuge in you be glad. Let them ever sing for joy. Spread your protection over them, that those who love your name may rejoice in you. Surely, Lord, you bless the righteous. You surround them with your favor as with a shield. May the words of the scriptures draw us to Jesus Christ and change us even today. Thanks.